What's up guys, this is the B.R.E.A.K.D.O.W.N coming at you with a brand new reaction video, and today once more we're continuing this journey, if you want to call it like that, of discovery of female fronted bands. I think we're talking about metal bands. I'm not really sure about today's band. We're talking about Spiritbox and their song Holy Roller. Now, if with Ginger, as I said, I had some sort of an idea about what I was getting myself into. Here I honestly don't. I have no idea. I see even the record label, B.R.E.A.K.D.O.W.N Music. I've never heard of them, to be honest, so I don't know which genre they're usually used to dealing with. But I'm extremely curious. We're going to react, as I mentioned, to the song Holy Roller. This was the biggest request together with Constance, I think. It was the name of the other song, and Rule of Nines. But I kind of picked Holy Roller because of the Mother Love Bone song by the same name, so hoping that's a good sign. Maybe that brings good luck to the song. Anyway guys, without further ado, this is a very short song, 2 minutes 53 seconds, so maybe it's more of a punk tune, who knows. Let's see what they have in store for us, guys. Let's go. Spiritbox, Holy Roller. Very interesting. Okay, I'm getting some industrial feel. Oh! Woo. Nice! Oh my, yes! Oh! That makeup is fucking scary. Jesus. Wow, this is so modern, guys. Oof, I love this. Oh, what a breakdown! Jesus! Oh my god, this is so heavy! Wow! Wow. Wow, what a song, guys. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Now, I am... there is an artist that released a record last year, I think it's called B.R.E.A.K.D.O.W.N or something like that, that I had no idea of, like I'd never heard of this guy. And he released some sort of an industrial metal record with some hip-hop influences. Then I went and looked, and he's, from what I understood, like a rap artist or whatever it is. And I'm honestly, I haven't checked much of his releases besides some of the songs on the new record they released last year, and this gave me a lot of those vibes, like this industrial metal feel, but with some extremely distorted, heavy vocals, and also very heavy instrumentation. That breakdown, Jesus Christ, that was heavier than probably heavier even than Born for One Thing, like the latest Gojira song. That song had a double breakdown, so that's a bit of an unfair advantage. But this was such an heavy song. Jesus Christ, I'm extremely curious now. There are a couple of things that I want to touch upon here, because this was, of course, the official music video, and it didn't show any of the musicians. Like I didn't see anything. So I don't know if this is a solo artist or if it's a solo project, or if Spiritbox is actually a band, and the person that we see on the video is actually the singer, I'd imagine. That was impressive performance-wise, like the vocals, but especially the production and the engineering. Like the way that the vocals set on the mix, that's fantastic. As someone, that tries to, I can't call myself a music producer by any mean. Let's say that I produce my own demos and stuff like that, but the way that they achieve to layer those fantastically harsh, brutal vocals on top of the deep electronic sound, the guitars, the drums, and the bass, wow, everything was so crisp, everything was so clear and so violent. Wow, especially in that breakdown. Breakdowns have when you have a very heavy breakdown like this one, very also stretched, like pam, pam, very long pauses between every hit. You always run the risk a little bit of coming up with something muddy at the end of the day. Like somewhere where everything sounds so smashed together, which of course adds to the heaviness, but it's not that nice. Like you can't really tell the single elements apart, if you get what I mean. This was produced fantastically well. Vocal performance was phenomenal. I mean, at this stage, I'm no longer shocked when I see female singers screaming and with some very harsh vocals. That's to an extent I want to say that's even more interesting at this stage. Like I feel like female singers even have more range if they can add screaming and growling and everything, because the tone of the voice of a female artist, if she sings cleanly, it's very different. Like the frequencies that you hit are very different from a male one. So I think that there is a lot of variety, for example, with a male singer when he screams very high, and the same goes, because male voice sits a bit lower on the register, let's say, of the frequencies. So when he goes very high with some very high pitched screams, like if you think about some of Chester Bennington's works, there is an artist that I mentioned in a couple of other reaction videos that I absolutely love. Another one that came out last year, called Ghost Kid. I think he was in a band called Eskimo Callboy, but I don't really like. I listened to a couple of songs by Eskimo Callboy and I didn't necessarily enjoy them. Hype or something like that, not my thing. But he's amazing, and this very distinctive tone when he screams, very high, fantastic. And what I meant is, if you have lower frequencies because you're a male and you go very high, you have a fantastic range, and the same goes for a woman. Of course, she has naturally, I'd imagine, I didn't hear her clean singing, I don't know if she does that at all, but clean singing will be higher in the register, so when you add some growling, you really add a lot of range to your vocals and to your vocal performances. So guys, I was impressed, to be honest. I would have loved to see the musicians as well playing. I do understand though that that's not what they were going for. There was a very interesting shock factor, I guess, in the visuals of this video. As I pointed out during the reaction, the makeup that she was wearing was creepy as hell. I really loved that. The whole video had some sort of a... There is that movie, The Wicker Man, or something like that, with Nicolas Cage. I don't know why it reminded me of that. Not necessarily a good movie, but so bad it's so good kind of thing. So I do understand what they did with the music video, in fairness, so no problems at all. But I'm very curious now, of course, to see the band actually playing, if it's a band. Please, guys, let me know. This is the first time on the channel, and as it always is with the first times on the channel, I do need your help. Let me know, if this is, again, as a solo artist, or if it's actually a band. Let me know if this was a good starting point. As always, like, I got some very strong industrial metal vibes, very strong industrial metal. Like let's say the modern evolution of Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, that kind of things. Like, you take that in the 90s and you bring them in the 20s, I guess. It's so weird to say the 20s, the 2020s, with, heavier electronics, heavier instrumentations, lower tunings and everything like that, which is an explosive mix that I'm seeing more and more. It's something that I think works extremely well, and there is such a visceral power behind that. I love this. Fantastic song, honestly. Please let me know, again, guys, in the comments, some more songs. Let me know if you're a fan of the band, a bit more about them, so where they're from, if they've been around for a while, or if they're a more recent band. Let's say that this song is less than a year ago, July 2020. I'm extremely happy to see all these new bands popping up, guys. To the face of who says that rock and metal music is dead. They just don't know what to look for, or they're just stuck listening to the great bands of the past. Because, guys, honestly, there are so many fantastic new bands coming up. I don't even understand how you can possibly say that rock and metal music is dying. I don't know, guys. I think if anything is actually coming back stronger than, not stronger than ever, but stronger than it was, and that it has been in the last few decades. Anyway, guys, I'm digressing. Absolutely love the song. Please leave me your recommendations below for the next ones. I'm extremely curious to continue this journey. Now the bands are getting more and more, like the bands that I do want to, of course, cover on the channel. So a bit more time might pass between one and the other for the same band. But I will 100% make sure to come back to all of the bands that I'm touching upon, because they're all fantastic, to be fair. Nightwish, Ginger, Spiritbox, all of the bands from the Japanese scene. Fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you decide to stick around and hit the subscribe button, of course, I'd be happy to. Even if you don't, I'm very appreciative of your time if you got up to this point and taking, some precious time of your day to just listen to some music with me. I do appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you very soon with the next one. I think that we're going to revisit a bit more of the Japanese scene next, probably going back to B.R.E.A.K.D.O.W.N and Nemophila. Fantastic bands. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Hopefully I'll see you around with the next one very soon. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.